What should you love? What will you hate? And what flat out doesn't even make sense in the new stimulus bill, the HEROES Act? I've got all those details coming to you right now. Welcome to today's video. This is your next Wise Step video. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, smash that thumbs up button. Everyone's talking about all these details coming out from the new HEROES Act, this enormous bill brought in from the House yesterday. Don't worry, it's only 1,815 pages long. I'm sure you've already read it. Who wins, who loses, and what doesn't even make sense? All right, here's what you're gonna love. The unemployment benefits in the CARES Act that came out at the end of March were rich, the richest we've ever had. It added an extra $600 per week on top of the average $300 to $400 of unemployment that the typical person gets each week. But it only added those enhanced benefits and brought them out to July 31. So my question at that time was, will we be through this pandemic crisis, this coronavirus crisis by July 31, and then those unemployment benefits drop off? Will people really be able to make it and get back to work by then? Obviously, we want everyone back to work. We don't want 14% unemployment. That's depressionary. But to me, one of the big things that I love about the new bill is that it extends those unemployment benefits, that extra $600 into 2021, January 2021. That seems more appropriate. We forecasted that back when they first came out with the expanded unemployment benefits in the CARES Act, simply because in the real estate, the Great Recession, they continued to extend unemployment. So to me, you're gonna love that. I want you back to work. I don't want you to be suffering. I want you back to work. But if you're not back to work, if this is going to be the worst economy since the Great Depression, to think that we've got unemployment all figured out by July 31 is just a fallacy. So that extended into January 2021. I like that. The second thing that I think you should like or you should love is they apparently are repealing the cap on the SALT itemized deduction limit. That does not make any sense, but when they made some changes to the tax laws a couple years ago, they put in this $10,000 limit on your itemized deductions for state and local and property and excise taxes. And so it capped your deduction, which meant you paid more tax potentially. And tucked into the HEROES Act, this bill, they're repealing that cap, that 10,000 cap for tax years 2020 and 2021. So that'd be good. I mean, that's an enhanced tax benefit. You'd be paying less taxes. That's a stimulating thing to the economy. I like that. So those are the two big things that I love that I think you'll love. What are you gonna hate about this? You're gonna hate the direct payment stimulus. I mean, this is the big problem. We'll talk about this in future videos, but the money velocity, how much time, how frequently money is being spent, a dollar is being turned over in the economy is at record lows. So we were really hoping for, people were really hoping for and relying on direct payments coming from this stimulus. The big rumor was $2,000 a month per adult as well as for each child, and that is not in the HEROES bill. What direct payments are in there? $1,200 per adult, and then $1,200, not $500, $1,200 per qualifying child up to 3 kids. So married couple with 3 kids, that's a $6,000 direct payment. That's more than the CARES Act offered, but I don't think it's gonna be enough for those that are really struggling. So you're gonna hate that, especially because there was so much expectation for this $2,000 a month. What else are you gonna hate? The bill is massive. It's $3 trillion. And now a chunk of that, a large chunk of that's gonna go to state and local governments. They need it, but the sheer size of this thing at the time when we've got the biggest deficit ever, have the most national debt we've ever had, and we've got dropping revenues. I think what you'll hate is your kids and their kids are gonna hate this thing simply because of the hole that we're digging way out for the future. This thing is massive. The other thing that you're gonna hate is it was dubbed as it wasn't a partisan bill. However, there appeared to be lots of people who said, we weren't consulted in this, and it's 1,800 pages, but it really is just sort of a first little introduction. To me, I think we should all hate that idea. If we need aid to state and local governments, if we do need expansions and clarity on unemployment, if we do need an injection of aid into for healthcare workers and so on, to me, just proposing a bill saying, hey, let's just talk about this for a while, does not get it done. I do not have a lot of confidence that this thing is going to get traction and be voted on and moved on swiftly through Congress. I just don't. And to me, playing the partisan game, I just don't like that. People are caught, people that have needs are caught in the middle. And so to me, I hate that. I think you should too. It's an election season. Everyone's trying to vie for votes, but we have people that are hurting in the economy. We have areas that need aid and support. And to just throw a bill, an enormous bill, with an enormous price tag and tons of pages out there just for discussion is just, to me, that's just not going to get it done. So what's the thing that I just don't even understand why it's in there? All right, you know I'm a big believer in small businesses. I dislike the big bailouts of the banks, the bailouts of these big companies. I believe the small business is the lifeblood of the economy. And in the CARES Act, one of the most important but most confusing parts of it was $349 billion set aside for the PPP loan through the Small Business Administration. And that money got soaked up in 13 days. $349 billion loaned out immediately. So they injected more money into it, another $310 billion. And I expected that was going to go very, very quickly. No, only 61% of the second round of PPP has been loaned out. Why? Because of Shake Shack and Ruth's Chris and all these other companies that applied and received money from this Small Business Administration program. And so that meant the SBA has gone out and tried to adjust their language and define it. Now there's all sorts of confusion over this thing. And small businesses that have received PPP dollars, much needed aid, they don't even know if they're going to be able to keep it. They're wondering if they're going to need to pay it back. We're waiting on guidance from the SBA as to what to do with this thing. So the HEROES Act, so we still have almost 40% of the last, so over $100 billion, $120 billion, I believe, is still waiting to be loaned out from the last program, even though it's been out for 3 weeks. And what's in the HEROES Act? Another $10 billion to the PPP. That makes no sense to me. Why is that even in there? And $10 billion is a ton of money, but when it's small business aid, that is going to go very quickly, but they can't get any of this money to go because the rules are so unclear and they're Monday morning quarterbacking this thing. So it doesn't make any sense. It's a head scratcher. So, all right, I know a lot of people are hurting, and we were really relying on the next stimulus bill to provide some direction, some clarity as to where we're going, hopefully get some aid. It's brought a lot of confusion. Talk to your certified financial planner to make sure you're taking the right next steps in your overall financial situation. Contact your CFP. You don't have one, you can always contact our team. Find us online, corehorn.com. That's Corehorn with a K. All right, you're ready. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.